Hey there, it's Diane Forster. Welcome to I Have Today. This is our weekly series where we inspire, educate, and empower you through life's transitions to reinvent yourself. And each week on this show, we have guests who are CEOs, authors, experts, influencers, leaders, and life changers who've gone through their own transitions in life to reinvent themselves and talk about how they've gone through whatever they've gone through to come out on the other side successful. And sometimes on this show, it's just me. And tonight, it's going to be just me. Because sometimes life just throws you curveballs, and life happens and we live in the real world and things happen. And my guest tonight had an unfortunate situation happen in his family. And so he had to cancel at the last minute. So Jason Reynolds, we wish you well. We hope everything is okay. And you are in our thoughts and prayers tonight as you take care of what you need to take care of. But the show must go on. That's right. So I am here alone in the studio, and our topic tonight is still going to be the same topic. Our topic tonight is a collaborative approach to women, money, and power. And we talk about a lot of things on this show. We talk about things related to love, money, success, and happiness, because it is my firm belief that everything that we want in life can be listed under those four categories. And money is a huge topic for us. And this comes up over and over and over again. I've had on many experts in the financial advisory field, and both men and women in this. And the reason why is because there needs to be an emphasis on this topic over and over again. Sorry, we had a little real life happen with my phone. So let me just put that aside and say, all right, so the reason why we need to talk about women and money is because what comes up over and over and over again is the fear that women have associated with money. For some reason, it's been going on for generations, and it continues to go on. And I pulled a few statistics here. So let me tell you, according to Forbes, although 46% of financial services employees are women, only 15% are at the executive level. So where we've seen this in other fields, there's a big movement right now, the whole Me Too movement and all of that. The same applies in this industry as well. So why is that? And why are women have so much fear around money? Why do they feel so disempowered? Well, there's a few reasons why. And what I'm going to do, which is what I do every week on this show, is I'm going to talk about 3 ways to really open you up as a woman to falling in love with numbers, falling in love with your financial portfolio, and being empowered when it comes to earning money, making money, investing money, planning for your financial future. And here's another statistic that I want to share. There are half the marriages end up in divorce. And so women, this is what happens. You then need to take on the role of the running the financial household, taking care of your family, budgeting, prioritizing spending, saving for retirement, protecting your family, taking care of education for your children. And I had on Marcia Reiner on the show a while back, and she is also a financial advisor. And she said something that really resonated with me, it stuck with me. And it is, a man is not a plan. So if you're married and only one person is taking care of the finances in the house and it's not you, you need to empower yourself. So the approach to women, money, and power is you need to start taking control of this. And, according to CNBC, the world is changing so much. But women's attitudes towards finance remains stuck in the past. So what I want to do here today is illuminate a little bit of this, and let's talk about it. And I know I was one of those people as well. I was in a marriage for many, many years, and I literally had the motto, I never have to worry about money because my former husband did all the worrying for me, and I really didn't. And where I grew up being really independent, I went out on my own at 19 years old. I got a job at an ad agency, and I really, then I got an apartment, and I was very independent at a very young age and budgeted my money well and balanced my paycheck. My bank statement every single week or every single month, sorry. And I really knew where every dollar went. As time went on in my life and different things came into my life and getting busier, having a job, raising kids, running the household, doing all of those things, I really let that piece fall by the wayside. And what a mistake to do that, to lose sight of the money, because now here I am, divorced, and I'm on my own, and I needed to re-engage that and re-empower myself and learn about finances again, which, I kind of knew a little bit, but I wasn't as committed to it as I am now. And it's through my own journey that I said more and more women need to know this and alleviate the pain and the fear associated with around money. Now, a lot of that comes from limiting beliefs, which I work on a lot with my clients. A lot of the work that I do is focused on eliminating those limiting beliefs that are literally keeping you stuck in your life. And there's a big focus and an emphasis on money with that. And getting rid of that fear associated with it, and also lifting the veil off of it, because this is what happens with us. We have too much pride. We are afraid to say we need help or we don't know something. And how could we possibly know something if we've never been taught it? So it's okay not to know things. It's okay to ask for help associated with anything, but especially with money. Money makes the world go around. And so my motto really and mantra is, I want you to fall in love with money. Fall in love with your money. Fall in love with your capacity to earn money, to invest money, and have your money make money for you. That having a love for money is not greedy or selfish. It actually creates so much power and freedom. And the more money you make and the more money that's coming into your life, the more good you can do in the world with it. So I say it's time to start really embracing and owning your power when it comes to money. So with the theme, I also do an intention statement. And the intention statement for today is this: I have today to empower myself and my money. I want you to be empowered yourself and your money. Hey, ladies, I see you guys. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad you love money, Diana. And Leanne, amen to you too, sister. And love, love, love your money, right? And so one of the ways that I want you to start appreciating it and opening the pathway and the portal to receiving and attracting more money into our life is to change our feelings associated with it, which is what I'm doing on the show right now. So one of the things is I want you to get over your fears of money. So here's how. I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down any of the limiting beliefs that you grew up believing about money. So money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford it. We're on austerity. That's for some people and other people. That's not for us. Whatever those limiting beliefs are. And I shared this story with a group, and I think I shared this on the show, and I'm going to share this story again because your money story is showing up in your life, in every area of your life. And the story that I shared was one of my limiting beliefs that came from my dad, who I love and adore, and who's so generous with his money and lives his life so large. But when I was growing up, when I was about 8 years old, I had lost a library book, public library book. And so we got notices in the mail about it, and I had to pay $3 to the library for this lost library book. That was the fee associated with it. And my dad sat me down and he said to me, basically, how could you be so irresponsible? How could you lose this book? And he had the $3 in his hand and he said, this is like taking this $3 and throwing it in the trash. And he literally threw it in the trash can that was sitting there. We were sitting at the kitchen table, and this was in the house that we lived in on Long Island, because I remember this moment vividly. And in that moment, what got anchored in me is I throw away money. I don't value money. I'm irresponsible with money, right? So you could see how that limiting belief that got anchored when I was 8 years old could have a profound effect on my life. And so there were many times in my life that I threw away money, and I didn't value money, but I have the awareness of it now. And so of course I've created new neural pathways for that. And I don't believe that at all anymore, but that was one of my limiting beliefs and my money stories. So I want you to write down a list of yours. Where might you be blocked with limiting beliefs associated with money? And one of the other things that I want to share also with eliminating your fears is this, and I learned this from Ken Courtright. This was so brilliant. We have this idea of what a cap is, of what our bank account is, or what our worth is. Think about this in your life. Think about what that number is. Like if you just close your eyes and you imagine your bank account, is it the number, $50,000? Is it the number $100,000? What is that cap? And then think about your entire life. Have you ever surpassed that? And if you did surpass it, how much time went by before you got it back down into that range where it was at or below that cap? It's so fascinating. And so there is mindsets programmed in our subconscious mind thinking of what our cap is on our value. It's fascinating. So if you think about people who are millionaires and billionaires, if they lost all of their money, right? How many of them would get the money back like instantaneously? Within 30 days, they'd have a plan. Within a year, they'd have all the money back. It's their mindset of where they think their cap is. So what is yours? And then what would it feel like to 10x that? Like, wow, what would your life look like and feel like if, say, the cap was 100,000? What would it feel like to be at 1,000,000? How differently would you be living? How differently would you be thinking? What would your day look like? What would your life look like? What would you be doing in your career? How would you be serving? How would you be living? Yeah, it's just such a fascinating thing. So when he taught me that, it just opened up my eyes, and immediately I raised the ceiling on my cap on what I thought it was, which I'll tell you was $100,000. For some reason, that's what it was. I don't know why, but that's that number. So I skyrocketed it to now it's 2 million. That's the number I focus on all the time. It's on my vision board. I have a blank check from the Bank of Abundance, and it's made out for $2 million. The story of Jim Carrey, who walked around with a check for $10 million in his wallet for years. And how cool was that he did that? Because he manifested that into his life and got paid $10 million for one of his films, just as his career was skyrocketing. So I love all this stuff associated with mindset and money. And we women have to be empowered by this too. And what I shared the statistic earlier about, in the financial industry, while 46% of the people, of the employees in the financial services industry are women, only 15% are men. And it's because men have an elevated, fearless level when it comes to money. We feel stuck. We don't feel worthy, and we feel like we don't deserve to be in those roles. Just crazy. So one of the other things that I want to share is to work with a trusted advisor. Now, I work with a lot of trusted advisors. You see, I keep having specialists and experts on this show and in this community, not just in the financial sector, but others, but a lot in the financial sector because money is so important. And when we talk about our limiting beliefs in life, so many, it's the first thing that people say. It is the first thing that people talk about when they come to work with me. I can't seem to make enough money. I'm losing sleep. I'm suffering from depression and anxiety because I wake up stressed about money all the time. It is the thing that haunts them. I have so much credit card debt. I can't seem to get out of debt, which, by the way, all of this languaging associated with it is keeping you stuck there as well. So the thing is, again, ask for help. Drop your pride. It's okay to not know what you don't know. It's okay to ask for help. And wherever you are today, I have today, your life is right now. Your past does not matter. Wherever you are, if you are $50,000 in debt, okay. So what do you do now? How do you put together a plan of action to get out of debt? What could you do to do that? Because you can do this faster than you think. You just don't know how to do it. So, which is why I implore you to work with a trusted advisor. So if you need resources for any of this, I want you to contact me at info@Diane Forster. Okay. Now, another thing is this: join women's groups and talk about finances. Talk about it. Make it an open-end conversation. This is a lot of this is why these women groups get together. There's mom and me groups, there's entrepreneur groups, there's business networking groups, there's women financial groups. In fact, I know several people who have them. And I spoke at an event last night with a women's group of executives. And the woman who ran the event, she's a financial advisor and a planner, and she puts on these amazing events, and everybody talks candidly about where they are. I just love that. Now, here's the great thing that can come out of it. You can get into these great conversations, and each person, you have no idea who you're sitting next to. And that one idea that's going to spark something for you that could totally open up your realm of thinking and way of thinking about your finances. If you think about the stock market, that might seem overwhelming. But if somebody was sitting next to you and she said something like, well, I only invest in companies that are products that I like and I use, So think about that. How fun would it be? So if you shop at, now I'm not plugging in companies here. These are all examples, okay? But if you shop at Apple and you shop for clothes at White House Black Market, and you shop at Target or, anything like that. I'm just throwing out some names of some companies, but how fun would it be to have a conversation about that? And then maybe start with one company or two companies, or maybe go up to 5 companies, and start with a little bit of money and learn from other women how to do this, how to get involved with this. Have conversations with your trusted financial advisor. Talk about what your fears are and your limiting beliefs. Reach out to me. If you're my client, for sure, talk to me. And if you're not, I want you to reach out to me for a complimentary strategy session. I'll have a free conversation with you and help you around your limiting beliefs associated with money. So reach out to me at info@Diane Forster, and let's have a conversation, because I want you guys to fall in love with your money, the money that you have, no matter how small or big that is, and then your future money. And let's remove the limiting beliefs that you have and the fear associated with, and create a vision for an abundance of money flowing into your life. That's what I want for all of you. I want women to be empowered. I want more women in leadership roles when it comes to money. I want more women who are transitioning in their lives to take hold and power of their financial future and be independent and empowered, and not need to have or rely on somebody else, but to truly empower yourself when it comes to your money. It is my goal. It is my wish. It is my vision. And I see all of you cool people on here. Yay, Marcia, I see you. Yes, love your money. I just gave you a shout out about man is not a plan. So anyway, I wanted to give you this information today. I thought it was really important to talk about this and know that you are not alone, that there is no shame, there is no guilt, there is no fear associated with money. It is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. And so think about that. Think about the emotions associated with it, right? Can you hold them? Can you grab them? No. They're just limiting beliefs that live in our mindset. So, and money is energy. And money can feel, when you feel negative about it, which blocks it from coming into your life. It's so incredible. So when you start falling in love with your money, falling in love with learning about money, falling in love with seeing your money grow and earn for you, and you using it, spending it, and then having more come into your life, this is the way it works. This is the way the energy moves. How much more fun is your life going to be? So one of the things that I want to say on here is that I'm super excited. My podcast is launching on November 1st. And in the next show or in a couple of shows, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to ask you guys to please subscribe to it. I'm super excited about it. It's really this show, but it's we're repurposing it and formatting it. But one of the really cool things that I'm doing on this show is at the end of each show, there is going to be a mantra meditation there, one for either love, money, success, and happiness. And so there's going to be an awesome 4 to 5 minute mantra available for you, all associated about money. I've already created it. It is fantastic. And these mantra meditations are going to help you fall in love with your money too, and help to reprogram some of those limiting beliefs associated with your money. Okay. So let me recap the show again for you. All right. So remember, our theme was a collaborative approach to women, money, and power. And your intention statement was, I have today to empower myself and my money. The 3 tips I gave you was get over your fears around money. Do those exercises I asked you to do. Find yourself a trusted advisor. I know plenty of them, so feel free to reach out to me. And join women's group and start talking about money, okay? Expand that, all right? So I want to offer you a free complimentary strategy session with me at info@Diane Forster. Reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you about this or anything else where you might be feeling blocked or fears or stuck or in transition in your life, and you're looking for some help and guidance and support. Because if I can't help you, I'm sure I know somebody who can help you. So, and I'd love to do that for you. So this was a shorter show today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got a lot of value. And again, you know what? I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde or what's going on, but we had technology issues earlier, and then my guest couldn't be here today. But here's the thing about life. The show must go on, right? We show up and I'm here for you. And I want you to say that, I want to say to you that I love you. I love the work that I get to do. I love empowering and inspiring and educating you all. And this show is nothing without you. So I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'll see you soon. Okay. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.